I was raised in a very religious family, and I'm trying to right now reconcile God and law of attraction. I know we are all one. We are forms of the universe, the spirit, God, Allah, the divine, whatever you call it. And at times when I'm looking to be lifted up and to be in those times of hardness, praying to my higher self, sometimes I'm looking to pray to somebody higher. Like, I'm not quite sure. Maybe I may be on a high disc, but maybe there's a higher, like a bigger Abraham disc. Like, do I pray to myself or do I pray to somebody bigger? Like Super Abraham on steroids? This is my dilemma. I understand law of attraction. I am having a blast with it. It has changed my life. I've naturally done it all my life. Now I can deliberately create and focus.
Well, if that's true, just stop right there. Okay. If I understand about law of attraction,
right,
and I heard what you said here today, Abraham.
Yes.
So, since words don't teach, and what you're reaching for is the resonance with that which you are calling God.
Yes.
So as you're reaching for that resonance, then notice what words keep you from finding it and what words allow you to find it. So start out in really general terms. Now, you make a good point when you say, I was taught to believe many things. Some of them allowed me resonance with what I now feel is God. Some of them detracted from that resonance.
Correct.
So now, rather than taking anybody's word for it, or somebody else's experience and trying to overlay it over mine, I'm wanting to have a personal experience with this source energy. So I'm feeling my way into it. And I can feel when I'm closer, and I can feel the thoughts that I introduce that take me further from it, and I can feel the thoughts that I think that lead me more to it. So when I stand in appreciation of this beautiful planet, I feel an ease and a calm and a love and appreciation, and I think I might be close to that which source is. And then I see a trouble spot in the world, and I worry about it, and I pray to what I believe is God. But God doesn't answer me. So then I wonder about the existence of God, and we say that source is the same. You just found a frequency in your focusing on the problem or the need that puts you on a vibration where you can't feel that which you're reaching for. So it feels like an unfair situation that when I need God most, I have least access. And when I need God less, when I'm okay where I am, when I'm in love with what is, when I've focused myself away from the problem and into appreciation, then I feel that more. And we say, you just got to keep doing that until you've shown yourself with some steady consistency how blessed you are. The thing that you're tripping on.
Labels, I think.
Well, there are labels that define some things that you believe, and it's a lot of people believe the same thing. But here's what you're tripping on. What you're tripping on is tripping over. What you're tripping over is that you want there to be something outside of you looking at you and guiding you. And we're saying to you, it can't be outside of you looking at you. You have to have allowed it inside of you looking through you. Oh, hear that?
Wow.
So when you've separated yourself from it somehow, some way, the nick on the cabinet or whatever it is, when you've separated yourself from it temporarily or for a longer period of time, and in that separation you are yearning for it, praying for it, wanting it, and disallowing it, you begin to develop this picture that what you're reaching for really is outside of you, and it feels unattainable to you. And then other people get together and tell you what hoops you have to jump through in order to get that, and you have locked into an image of this thing being outside of you, judging you, evaluating you, watching to see the behavior that you offer. And what we're saying to you is there is nothing that is outside of you. There's just that which you're not allowing yourself to feel that is always with you. And once you show yourself that, the thing that Esther has discovered because of her relatively recent, more steady alignment with her high-flying disc is that the feeling of clarity is that feeling of blessed that she's been reaching for. It is that feeling of worthy that she's been reaching for, because in her more steady alignment, it's ever present. So even in the middle of a question, she doesn't feel lost. She feels found all the time. It's like everything feels like an adventure and nothing feels like a problem. It's like everything feels like the potential for something that is more fun, and nothing feels like the potential for something. But it's because she's shown herself. She's shown herself. And so what humans keep wanting, they want someone from the outside to look at them, like them, evaluate them, judge them, conclude that they are worthy, and then just zap them with it. And it's bothersome to discover that it's an inside job. Your question said to us, I don't want this to be an inside job. I want it to be an outside job. I liked it better when God was out there, and when I felt fairly clear about what I needed to do and what I didn't need to do in order to get God to like me. Don't misunderstand. A lot of people can function very well like that. There's nothing wrong with wanting to be good and having someone say these things are good, and then to be deliberately doing those things. There's a certain alignment in that. Oh, but there's nothing that will ever take the place of step by step source energy flowing with you, to you and through you, helping you with every step along every path. There's nothing that feels better than that, and you all have access to it. You just got to practice it, reach for it, notice when you don't have it, practice some more, notice when you do have it, practice some more. And what are you practicing? You're practicing an emotion that feels good to you. You're not practicing a subject, you're not practicing a thought, you're not practicing a movement, you're not practicing a science, you're not practicing a methodology. You're practicing what a frequency feels like, a frequency of alignment.
It's within me.
And when you discover what the frequency feels like, and you discover what thoughts encourage that frequency and what thoughts discourage that frequency, then you start finding out who God really is. When you find somebody in your society and you condemn them with your hatred, you discover how Source feels about that, because that awful, icky hatred within you is your indicator that you're off the track of what God is, of what Source is. Because Source is loving them. And humans say, then Source doesn't understand them the way I understand them. Because Source would not love that. And we say, you just have to feel your way in to your alignment, or recognize when you're not in alignment. And it won't be long before the confusion will be gone for you, unless you listen to others who are talking about stuff they don't know. Words come easily. You can offer lots of words. We don't want you to hear our words and just take them at face value and write them down and repeat them to other people. We want you to get up and care about how you feel, and reach for thoughts that feel good to you, and acknowledge that you do feel good, and then try to stay there. We want you to practice the vibration of alignment until you own it. And then we want you to walk through your day and see what a day in alignment feels like in relationship to a day not in alignment, and discover what true worthiness really is. And then your conversations about God go like this. God's everywhere, and sometimes I'm where God is, and sometimes I'm not where God is. I believe that God's always with me, but I don't know if God is with me until I meet him vibrationally. And we don't want to personify him in the way that humans do, and yet we've done that just a little bit with the questions that you're asking, because you don't want God to be law of attraction. We do. We want you to accept that law of attraction is the tool that all consciousness utilizes, consciously or unconsciously. And so this law of attraction, which is steady and constant, we refer to the universe and to law of attraction sometimes as if they are a personage that are doing something to you. It's just this law that is always consistent that you have to teach to yourself, you see. Humans keep wanting somebody else to take them by the hand and show them what to do. And Source doesn't want to take you by the hand and show you what to do. Source wants you to look around the world and decide what you want to do, and then Source will dovetail with you in the fulfillment of everything that you're asking for, you see. There's no shortage consciousness in that which is Source. There is infinite abundance, you see. And it's only when humans deprive themselves of that infinite abundance that then they want to pigeonhole God and feel the shortage of that which is always available to you. Fairly clear, yeah?
It just clicked.
Yeah.
I thank you.
Really good. Really good.